Hello, everyone. Welcome to our final planning webinar of the school year. You guys have almost made it. Let us know in the comments how much time you guys got left, how many more weeks or days. I bet you guys know the days.
Or if you're done. I know some teachers are done already.
Somebody done? That doesn't know.
I saw one teacher say they were done the other day.
They're done.
Yeah, 5.5.
5.5 days or weeks?
Days.
Days. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know how many days to our kids got. Our kids got
end of May, whatever that is.
9 days.
Yeah, but it's basically like tomorrow I'm on a field trip, Friday's talent show, Monday, Tuesday the Space Force is coming to do some rockets with kids. Wednesday is going to be makerspace, and then Thursday's just end of the year, kind of helping out around the school day.
All right, people commenting in there, letting us know how much time they got left. 11 days.
Yeah, make sure you comment because Connie's got her. Yeah, we all have our shirt on. You get the chance to win a spectacular Building Blocks of STEM shirt. So this is our new theme for our summit coming up in July. The Building Blocks of STEM. So we'll be talking about kind of the foundational elements of STEM. And this is our new beautiful logo that Jed Derryberry designed for us. And you'll get to win one of these shirts. You'll get to pick your color that you want.
I see people tuning in from all over. From Alaska, Michelle. How much daylight do you guys have in a day now? I just saw a thing that part of Alaska, like, it's all day now. They're like, oh, we got 80 days of daytime. I saw it on, just like TikTok or something this week. I know. Fun fact. And then I see it. My mind was brought back to, it's in the hundreds in Arizona. Whew. It's 49 degrees out here. We're not quite there.
We were almost 90 today. Luckily, it was cooler in the morning when we had field day, but by the time, I sat down in my car after school and it was burning.
Lisa's done on Wednesday.
If you have not heard, we are doing our free book study again this summer. We are reading STEM Infusing the Elementary Classroom. Has anybody got their book yet in the mail? Let us know. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, if you've never done a book study before, they are free. Anybody can join. You just have to grab your copy of the book. You can comment book study and you will get a message from us with the free study guide. This is your cue, Adam.
What?
You can comment book study.
Oh, hey. Sorry, they paid me the big bucks.
You can comment book study and you will get a message.
We have our picture reversed because everything's
Michelle
backwards.
has her book. You can comment book study. You will get a message. The sign-up sheet. When you sign up, you'll be sent the free study guide with all the information.
Cool stuff in there.
Get some sweet bookmarks.
Look, I'm really gonna sell this.
Monica's book came.
We got weekly prizes, guys. We got fun stuff. More reasons to look forward to summertime. Am I right? Am I right? I know they're already excited. We got questions for each week. It's good times.
Oh, and the book is super easy to get through. I am the slowest reader of all time. And
I wasn't going to say anything.
I got through it in 2 or 3 days. So it's super quick. I know right now, you're struggling to get through the end of the school year and you're like, this is the last thing that I want to do, maybe. And I'm telling you,
somebody from Bluffton, Indiana,
you will enjoy it. You will order it now. You will enjoy it later. I promise.
We are tuning in.
Even if you're still in school in June, like Carly said, it's an easy read. So it shouldn't be too overwhelming to keep going with us if you're still teaching at that point as well.
We are going to disappear here in a minute. Connie is going to go through our summer plans. If you want to follow along with her, you can comment summer and you will get the free guide. If you're a member, you have the member version, which has more stuff in it in the summer section of the membership. But you can comment summer and you will be sent the guide with all the stuff that she's going over right now if you want to follow along with her. So we will disappear and let Connie do her thing.
All right, everyone, this is our final planning webinar of the year. So it's going to be a little different than if you've been here for the past webinars. In the past, we've had more different tracks that are going on with specific lessons that are suggested for the different weeks for each grade level. Right now, I'm just going to kind of dump on you a whole bunch of different stuff that's available on the membership. And then you can see what works best for your schedule, pick and choose a couple different things to help you get through the school year, or maybe if you're doing summer camp, or maybe with your own kids, you just want some stuff to keep busy with them. If you are new to the group, my name is Connie Ann. I'm in charge of literacy and innovation at Randolph Elementary School, which is outside of San Antonio, Texas on Randolph Air Force Base. And for the last 3 years, I've been lucky to be a curriculum developer with Carly and Adam. If you have any questions, you can always email me at roussel@rfisd.net, or you can find me on Instagram at STEMtasticMama. Like Carly and Adam said, our giveaway tonight is one of these awesome STEM shirts. All you have to do is comment anything on the chat, and you will be entered, and then Adam will do a live drawing with that at the end. So we have a brand new set of challenges based on America's 250th birthday coming up on July 4th. So first we have U.S. History STEM Centers. We've been doing these already with our students from pre-K up to 5th. And they've been having a lot of fun with it, especially the 250 hats. Our little kids have really been enjoying those and get excited wearing them around the school. So there's some centers for you. Next, we have our Statue of Liberty Challenge with the book Let Liberty Rise. And in that one, you have a printable of the Statue of Liberty. And in this case, they're going to build the base for it. You may have seen that one. We updated that onto the membership a few weeks ago. We also have the White House STEM Challenge. So this one, they're taking different pieces of furniture and they're designing what they would want a room to be like in the White House and making a blueprint of that. Depending on what grade level you're working with, you can also integrate some math in there, and all those options are in the product for you. Fireworks 4th of July STEM Challenge. This one was already, you may have seen it before. We had that in the membership prior, but we updated that one. You've got slides in there now for it, and some new printables as well for you. And our last one is the Liberty Bell Challenge. So with the book, The Liberty Bell. And in that case, they are going to create their own Liberty Bell and see if they can actually make a sound when it goes back and forth. We also have some task cards for this. So we have US symbols, pattern block puzzles that you can print out and have ready for your students. And then this one is not new, but we just wanted to point out about having this one is our USA Landmarks STEM Challenge card. So you might already have these ones printed out, and then you can pull those out, or if not, check those out as well. And you can use all different types of makerspace non-consumables for your students to create with those. All of these lessons you can modify from anywhere from, depending on them, some pre-K all the way up to 5th, especially the task cards are easy for anyone. Centers are always a great option, whether it be your school year is winding down, you want something that's simple, that doesn't take up a lot of space or a lot of prep. What I love about centers is when we're doing them, there's more than enough. There's usually 10 to 12 options in a set of centers. I have 6 tables, and what I'll usually do is have at least 3 of them that stay out the whole time. For any of the K to 5th grade students. And then there's some that I may put out for the younger ones, K1 or maybe 2, and then switch out as the older kids come in for the day. So here we have our growth mindset STEM challenges. These are something that maybe you already did at the beginning of the year. And then you want to see if the kids can see how they progressed with it. We have our coding centers. We have Glow Day. So if you haven't had a chance to do this one before, you're going to black out or close your curtains in the room. You can get, I just have 2 black lights that I put in my room, one in the front, one in the back. And the kids have a lot of fun with the Glow Day centers. There's also a letter you can print out in there to send home to have kids dress so they can take full advantage of your black light room. And then we have those fine motor STEM skills for the younger grades, and then for your older, for them to go through different makerspace suggestions for fine motor skills. All right, then we have our summer games. Now, yes, this isn't a summer of the summer games. We just finished up the winter ones, but that doesn't mean we can't continue the fun with our students. So in here for our K-2 learners, and some of these you could do with pre-K as well. We have our surfing activity, which they're going to work on magnetism and trying to get that pull of the magnet to make the surfer move. We have the shot put STEM challenge here, where they're taking a little hacky sack and they are using the lever to help shoot the shot put. We have our kayak STEM activity with a magnet underneath, moving it through the different gates of the kayaking route. Our basketball STEM challenge is kind of like the old school cup and string with the ball, where they're trying to get the basketball into the cup. And then our javelin throw STEM challenge, they're going to create their javelin. You can print out the different numbers for distance, and they can throw them and you can see where they go. And then we have some other challenges for 3 to 5. Now, also remember, your second graders are almost third graders, your first graders are almost second graders. And depending on the skill level of those classes, you don't have to follow the guidelines specifically to the grade. You know your students best, so you can decide how you want to use these. So we have our skateboarding STEM challenge. These are those little finger boards that they're making, and then they can make their own skate ramp. What I like about this one is in our makerspace right now, we've got a lot of like small scrap pieces of cardboard in there. And because the skate park is on a smaller scale, it's really easy to be able to use those extra scraps and let them create their skate park based on that. Field hockey STEM challenge. They're going to create their stick and then have fun playing a little game back and forth. The sailing STEM activity is perfect for this time of year as the weather is getting nicer. What we suggest for that is one of those long inflatable beverage like coolers. Or you can also get an inflatable pool or something like that. But you're going to fill that with water. So this is perfect to do outside, although it does work great inside as well. And then they're going to create their little sailboats. And then with little handheld fans, they're able to race their sailboats against each other. Then we have our archery STEM challenge. So you have the little target that's set up for them, and they're going to create a bow with a Q-tip arrow to see if they can knock that down. And then your mini golf STEM challenge. This one you can really go as big as you want. So here you can see is more like a tabletop, but depending on the space you have or how many weeks you have left, you could always take this and make it like a full-blown project where they're making like a real size mini golf and then getting to play through the different holes. As you can see in the picture too, there's little printable cards they can make, and they can decide like what the par should be for their course. All right, then summer read aloud menus. We haven't talked a lot about these before in the webinars. I feel like these were like my go-to when I first started in the makerspace. I wanted something that was easy for the students to get to and giving them a lot of choice. So here we have some of our summer read alouds: Saffron Ice Cream, The Relatives Came, One Hot Summer Day, and Goldfish on Vacation. And so these are all printable menus. And the great thing about these is the QR code in the center. So you can print off a ton of these. What I would do in the past was I'd put them in the clear plastic sheets or in the dry erase sheets as well. Those work. And then they can take their iPad, they can scan the QR code, and then they can listen to the story. So you can have multiple stories going on. And then all around here, you have 8 different challenges for your students to do. If you wanted to do this more structured, you could also then, cut out the QR code, pick one of the activities. So what I used to do is make different bins. And so I'd have one activity with the QR code and all the materials that they could use in that bin. And then it's set up for them for the challenge for them to pick from. So really, either way that you are able to do that, you can cater that to the needs of your class. Then our task cards have been building. So here are all the current ones that we have based on summer. So we have magnetic tile task cards. I've spoken about this a bit before. There are those mini magnet tiles by Picasso tiles. I really like the mini ones. I think it's much more manageable for the younger students to use. But if you have larger magnet tiles, they could spread out on the floor or on a table and build them that way as well. The summer geo boards. So those are set up. Check your rubber bands. I know in my room right now, theirs are getting pretty dried out. So just make sure yours are all set and still have that elasticity to them before you set that out. Our summer Lego timed STEM challenges. So what I like about these ones is I will put bins of Legos on the table and then show one card to the whole class. And then it'll give them 3 different options of what they can build in the amount of time. And then I put a timer up for them. So they're able to kind of challenge themselves and go against each other. You could do these with Lego or Duplo, depending on what grade you're working with. Then we have our summer pattern block puzzle task cards. With these also are the printable. So if you don't have pattern blocks, you can also print them and cut them out. But check your math manipulatives with your teachers, and they probably have some that you could borrow if you don't have a set of your own. And then we did just add 2 new ones. So we have this summer Lego plate pixel art. So these are all the mini pixels, so the 1 dot squares, and then they're building off the picture from it. So I would definitely make sure you have your brick separator ready with these. So when they're done, they can pull them apart. And then our last one is our summer Snap Cube STEM task cards. Once again, you're going to print these out. They're at 100%, and then they can put the cubes right on top of it. Creativity challenges. Hopefully you guys are enjoying doing your Creativity Hall of Fame. We've got our last one at my school going on right now. And so if you're looking for some more, we have a whole set that is just based on summer. So just a little bit about our program. So on Friday, we had our first career day. If you are in Texas, 3rd grade through 5th grade, it's one of their science standards to learn about different STEM careers. This was the first time we did career day at school. And so we had 22 different presenters because we had 4 different grades doing this. We did 2nd through 5th because kindergarten and 1st grade had already done careers on wheels. So a couple weeks ago, they had where we had different careers come out that had trucks or other interesting vehicles with them. And they got to go outside and learn about those careers and either climb on the vehicle or at least go around and learn about it. And so we wanted something for our older kids to learn about. So what we started doing was just we put out a posting to parents or some friends that we had that we thought had some interesting jobs. One of our teachers, her husband has a ghost hunting podcast. So he came in and talked to the kids about some like AV and podcasting, but then also shared about his findings in his ghost hunting. So that was definitely a top one for us. The bottom middle picture is my second daughter, Delia. And so she has been subbing right now, actually, and took over for my my parrot in the makerspace while she was out for the rest of the year. So all our students got to see her as her substitute teacher job. But she did go to the Culinary Institute of America to become a pastry chef and does pastries on the side. So they were really excited about that. She even made mini cupcakes and brought them in and showed the kids how to frost cupcakes, and they got a little treat with that. We also had like a dad who was a chemist. He came in and did some. You can see our drummer up there, Space Force, and then we also had a deaf and hearing impaired teacher that talked about how she works with her youngest patients. There was a ton of other ones that we had, and we got really great feedback from all of our teachers, and we're excited to keep doing that. So I'm going to try to put together everything I've learned from this experience and have something out on Career Day sometime soon for you guys. Now, in the meantime, there are other ways to highlight careers. So 3 things that we already have ready are our STEM Careers Bulletin Board, which just gives a couple different ideas about different STEM careers that they could be interested. Then we have our STEM Career Poster Set. That's the A to Z that takes them through a bunch of different careers. And then we also have our STEM Career Word Wall. So like I said, I am down to 5.5 days of school, and in any free time that I have, I'm trying to figure out, okay, how can I start getting ready for next year? So at the end of each year, I start prepping my Creativity Hall of Fame for next year. This is in the membership. So I printed out my recording sheet because I want to make sure, especially like this is the 3rd year now that we're going to be doing the Creativity Hall of Fame. And I want to make sure that I'm keeping track of the ones that I already use so the kids aren't getting repeats. So I just went through, there's some that were in there. Some I just picked from other Creativity Challenge products, printed those out, recorded it on here, made all my copies. I have an extra file drawer in the library, which is right next to the combined with the makerspace. I already started making the copies for it. I already printed out all my certificates so that as the year gets going and it gets super busy, that's at least one thing that's already done for me. So that is an easy way to start prepping for next year. So what else is new right now? You saw all the 250 stuff, but we did also make a Lila Greer Teacher of the Year STEM Challenge. So here I did this with a few of my classes, and they created special trophies for some of their favorite teachers, and then they got to pass them out to them. And so this idea actually came from a member in the group. So there is that link on the membership to give a suggestion of an idea, or you can also always email us. So one of our members said, hey, I noticed this book. Is there something that you could come up with to use in the STEM class for that? So that's where it came from. So if you guys have any other suggestions or something that you think would be great, then definitely reach out to us, and hopefully we can use your idea for something. So let's talk about Canva. We can now print straight from Canva. So this, I feel like, is something that we've been wanting a long time with constantly having to download it. So to do this, all you have to do is you go up to File, you're going to go down to Print, and then use my printer. Now, I will tell you, I've been still going back and forth with both ways, because even when you do use my printer, it's not like you're printing from Word or something like that, and it's like a quick, like, okay, here it pops up, it's ready to go. I feel like, especially when I'm doing something like family night or centers where I'm printing a lot of different things, and with the color and the black and white versions, I don't necessarily need every single page printed at the same time. I feel like it actually takes a bit longer if I use this feature, rather than if I download it as a PDF and then I just make my list of what I need to print, and then I can add those all in. This is good if I just need to like print 1 or 2 pages quickly, but it kind of takes some time to like reload the file each time when you're doing it this way. But test it out, see what works best for you. And either way, I think it's a good feature that they've added to Canva. Now, I just wanted to highlight some of our member STEMspirations. So if you did not know, when you guys share things on Facebook or Instagram of what your students are doing, we go on and look at that and like highlight some of our favorites in the webinar. So here, like I said, Let Liberty Rise was added a few weeks ago. And here's how you can adapt things to what you have available. So maybe your supplies are running low towards the end of the year. Jess W showed how she took this with Legos and had her students build their platforms using Lego instead. Sarah B was doing McAnimals. And so here she has the toilet paper roll little chick, and her student decided to take the chick and add a jetpack to it in the back. If I Built a School, Sabrina B, she added 3D printing to this. So she 3D printed straw connectors for the structure component for her students. And then I just wanted to go over some save the dates for this summer coming up. So like Carly mentioned, we have our book study coming up. Now, you may have heard previously where you could order the book ahead of time from the printer. However, we did recently find out that they are doing a print, they're printing by order. So it's most likely going to be a 2-week wait on those. So if you have not ordered it yet, your best bet is going to be to go on Amazon. There are some versions you can find that are slightly used, that may be a cheaper version for you. But if you want to get your book, have time to start reading, and join us June 3rd for our week 1 discussion, then you definitely want to go onto Amazon to get that book ordered. We'll be doing it every Wednesday in June as we take apart the different chapters and dissect different ways we can infuse STEM into the classroom. Maybe you have some friends that you work with, some colleagues that are interested in STEM, but they're classroom teachers. This is a great time to invite them. Like Carly said, this is open to anyone. Get them a book or send them the link and they can join us in there and see how maybe, I know my biggest thing is I'm so happy all our students have STEM, but I'd love for it to extend outside of my classroom. So this is a great way to maybe get some of your colleagues on board and see how you guys can work together in the future to make STEM part of their everyday. And then June 23rd through 25th is going to be our Teacher Summit this year. Like Carly said, the shirt you can win tonight, our theme is the building blocks of STEM. If you comment Summit, SUMMIT, in the chat, then we can get you sent over a link to learn more about that, see who some of our speakers are going to be. And an important part with this is it is part of the membership. So I know as I've been looking at different PDs for this summer, they can get quite expensive. And so this 3-day training summit is already part of the membership. So for that $15 a month or $144 a year, you get our July summit, which is 3 days, and our January summit, which is 1 day, completely included. And with the code Carly and Adam Club, or if you just put club into the chat, then you can get the discount code for 30% off. That works for either the first month, or if you do that annual, maybe you have some extra funds that you're trying to use at school. You can also contact us by email. And then if you have to use a PO through your school, they can help you make that happen as well. And a great way of selling it to your principal or admin is the fact that you're going to get this summer trading included for that membership price. So $144, 30% off. You're not going to get a 3-day conference anywhere else for that. Now, like we said, here is our giveaway item, one of these awesome shirts. So if you haven't had a chance to comment yet, please make sure you jump in and do that so that you'll be entered into our drawing.
Michelle had asked if we do PD certificates for these webinars. We do not for these webinars because we're not really doing training specifically. We're more kind of just talking about new things in the membership. There will be a PD certificate though for the book study. And there's normally like 20 to 30 PD hours for the summits. So comment summit if you're interested in the summit, comment book study if you want to join the book study, and the book study is free, so you can invite your friends like Connie Ann said. Yeah, if you're a member, pretty much everything that Connie Ann talked about is in the summer section. If it was a center, it might be in the center section. If it was a task card section. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get ready to draw. You guys ready? I hope everybody's commented. That's how you get entered. Here we go. Beep, boop, 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 boop. And the winner is Laura Lee. Congratulations.
Send an email to info@carlyandadamblog.com. Let us know what color. Let us know what size.
Let us know what color and size.
Go to carlyandadam.com, click on our store. You'll see all the shirts. Let us know color, size.
There's a question. Could you go over? Trisha was asking more about the summit. What does the schedule look like? How long and so forth? Do you want to go over that with them?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody else had asked, what is the non-member price for the summit? So there's no like separate summit. Yeah. Everything is included. So
one of the reasons why we do that is that we include, like, a lot of our speakers just talk about so many of our resources. And when you join the membership, you get 1,000 STEM lessons. And so that way, like, if any speaker's talking about something, it's like you can immediately download it. Or anything we talk about in any of these webinars, you can just go on there and download it. And so a big part of it is just, and plus you get to be a part of our community. So we do sell the shirts. I think they're at carlyandadam.com if you go there, and you can click like merch.
Yes.
So there's, when you get 30 hours of PD between our two summits, there's 2 of them every year. They're really fun. They start at 9 a.m.
And if you're a member, you have access, or if you just joined like today, you have access to our summit, the replays from our January summit this year, and you have access to the replays from our summer summit from last year. So you can already start learning PD right away. You don't have to wait till
go and
July.
See what it looks like. We start at 9 a.m. each day. We do a live session and keynote. And then we open up there's a bunch of pre-recorded workshops that you can do throughout the day. At lunchtime, we do a different type of session. A lunch hour, usually it's something fun. Sometimes we have book authors together, children's book authors. Sometimes, I think this year we might be doing some science experiments, so we might be doing some STEM activities, which I think we did one last year. I did an egg drop with the watermelon. And then at 5 o'clock we do a happy hour, which is just kind of a recap of the day. We just, I don't know if it's the most like, we just decompress. It's not necessary, but we try to make it fun. Sometimes we play, what is that? We play Jackbox games with people that are watching, which is kind of fun. We've done Drawful the last couple of years.
Did you say it's 3 days?
And it's 3 days.
July 23rd, 24th,
and you get to
25th.
keep and you keep somebody put BYOB, and you keep all the replays for up to a year. So as long as you're a member, you get to keep them for a year, and you can watch them, rewatch them. If you don't get a chance to watch all the sessions in one day, or maybe you sign up for the membership and you're like, oh, I'm going to be gone those days on family vacation, whatever. You can watch them later, so you can always go back in. There's a certificate too for the hours. I think for the summer one, it's like 24 hours probably. I think it's 8 hours a day. And then the winter one, which is at the very beginning of January, we try to do it before teachers go back from break, which is usually a refresh of our summer one. It's like 7 hours or something. So.
And like Connie Ann said, we take purchase orders, so you can email if your school does purchase orders and you're fortunate to have hopefully a supportive admin that will pay for it. It doesn't hurt to ask. You can email info@carlyandadamblog.com and we can process purchase orders.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you guys at the book study. Make sure you grab your book. We will see you in June. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's free. Anyone can join. Tell your teacher friends. Make sure you download your guide. And we hope that all of you join us. So thank you, guys. Good luck with the rest of your school year. I hope it goes well. New budget comes out in July. Is there a registration deadline? No, there isn't. No, you can register at any time. And it's at the end of July. So you should be good. And if people have like budgets that like say it starts, if your budget starts in August, a lot of them July is usually it, but if it starts in August and we need to work something out, you can email us. We work with schools and with your budgets, whatever we need to do. So we're here for you guys. If you guys have questions, ask in the group, send us emails, connect with us on social media. We will see you next time. So good night, everyone.
Night.